Yo, what's good?
These are not it.
So,
Oh my god! Focus! Yo, what's up, guys?
is this rolling?
Yeah.
Wait, no, you have to wait for me.
Oh, wait, should we actually get hyped for this?
Yeah. I'm Hondi,
I'm Aish.
And I'm Sean.
and today we're going to be talking about our top 5 candidates for MVP.
So just go from 5 to
yeah,
1?
we'll go from 5 to 1. We'll go around. So, Aish, what is your number 5?
Number 5 is Luka Doncic.
Okay. For me, I got Randall.
I have Damian Lillard.
It's questionable.
Curry's
Questionable.
son.
No.
Okay.
Dame time.
All
We'll
right.
get to it.
You want to go to your 4?
Force.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I have Joel Embiid.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
CP3.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yeah.
State Farm, dude.
No.
And then number 3.
Alright, I'll start. Randall.
Randall, number 3? High as hell.
Yeah.
No way. We'll
Who's your
talk
third?
about
Who's your third?
Embiid, bro.
Oh, he
It's
hasn't played
easy.
enough games.
And I have Curry.
That's low. Curry at 3?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's 2. I have Giannis.
Okay, I see it. And who do you have for 2?
Oh, I have Jokic. I have Jokic.
2?
Yeah.
And I have Curry at 2. And then at 1, Jokic.
Steph Curry, let's go, baby! Woo!
And I also have Jokic. So Aish, you want to start on why your order's that way?
Sure. Alright, so Jokic, out of like all the teams that have like good records, he's the only guy that's like played all the games and like played like most of the games except for like Giannis, but Giannis has like been the
And that's why you put him 5?
MVP the past 2 years. So that's why I gotta put Jokic 1. He's got the best numbers.
You put him 1.
he's got the best numbers of all the guys who are in like the top 3 of each conference. And then I have Curry 2 because I think Curry has had the best season so far, even better than Jokic. But he's an 8th seed, so I can't put him that high. But I think he has had the best season. And I have Randall at 3 because he's carrying the Knicks. None of us here, none of you guys, thought that the Knicks would be 4th in the East.
Let's go, Knicks. Roll Knicks.
They're the
Yes,
6th seed right now, and they'll end out.
They're
the
tied for
playoffs.
4th. They're gonna end off in 4th.
First round
so
loss.
Randall's there. Also, his numbers are good.
First round loss to
24,
who?
10,
Literally any
6.
Such a cap.
No.
No.
Not gonna
First
lose.
round
They're gonna beat
exit.
the Hawks.
They're literally
First
gonna
round
beat the
exit.
Hawks. Bro, they
First
only
round
have
exit.
Trae Young and
They're
like
definitely beating the
Capella.
Hawks.
First round exit.
They're 3-0 against the Hawks this year.
Okay.
So they're gonna beat the Hawks.
Regular season.
What if none of the Hawks have ever
Bro,
been
you haven't
in the
even
playoffs.
seen the
They have
playoff
Derrick
Knicks. You haven't
Rose,
seen
playoff D
You haven't
Rose.
seen playoff Randall, bro. Playoff Randall is going to be a different machine, bro.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And then I had CP3 at 4 because also no one expected the Suns to be this good. Although people expect them to be like a playoff team, but not second in the West.
Bro, Booker
And
is
his
so
leadership
much
is
better.
sick. No, he's
Booker
not.
is so much
Booker
better
is
than-
by far the best player on that team.
Booker never
is
made the
literally
playoffs.
the
Never made the
best player
playoffs
on
before
that team.
CP3 got there.
Yeah, because he didn't have any help. Now,
No,
like,
he
they're
had-
kind of
he
like
had
a
no,
solid
no,
team.
No,
They're
okay,
feeding
the
off
whole
each other.
team is young. Of course, they got better this year with
Yeah,
development.
but
Plus
they got
other
so much-
signings like Jay Crowder. We saw how helpful he was to the
Yeah,
Heat.
but they got so much better. In a really tough Western
We'll
Conference.
see. We'll see.
And then 5th, Luka. I mean, he's averaging like LeBron numbers. 28, 8 and 8.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
That's insane. That's
What is it, like his
And
third
they've-
year? Third year?
yeah,
Yeah.
3rd year in the league.
And they've
He's a
dealt
junior.
with a lot of COVID.
A lot of
issues,
COVID. Porzingis
injuries.
is never healthy.
Porzingis has been super unreliable.
And
yeah,
so
that's true.
and they still have like a pretty good record. They're probably gonna have like a 5 or 6 seed. So and also last year in the playoffs, I think if Porzingis didn't get injured, Mavericks would have won the series against the Clippers. So
yeah, I agree.
I definitely put Luke at 5. What about you, Honda?
I put Randall at 5 because I don't think he's nearly as good as like Embiid, Curry, Jokic, or Giannis. But I
agree
think
with you.
I think
Yeah,
that
that's
I
fair,
think
that's
that
fair.
like he has been carrying the Knicks, like you said. Like the Knicks are the 4 seed, right? They're popping right now, right? But that's because of Randall.
I think it's their system more so that's just working rather than him just carrying.
I-
Continue.
I mean, that it definitely is because of Coach Thibodeau, but also like Randall being there is definitely
Daddy Randall. Yup.
Randall creates the offense for everyone.
He is a good passer. I'll give you that. And his defense has improved this year. And his shooting has obviously been very good. But I don't know. I didn't have him on my list. But who did you have before?
Oh, me. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I had Giannis. Because Nobody wants to see that trash can get like MVP 3 times in a row, bro. Like that's such cap. No way he's getting 3 times in a row.
I agree, but then why'd you not have him lower?
Because I think he's better than Randall still. I think Randall's a good player. I don't think he's no Antetokounmpo.
I don't know.
I don't think
This
he's
year
good.
it's close. It's
I don't
close
think he's
this
as
year.
good.
I obviously had him at 2, but I'll get into why when it gets to me. So who'd you have at 3?
Embiid. I had Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Embiid is just, he's popping off the season. And I only have him at 3. I would have had him at 1 if he didn't miss as many games as he did, but because of that injury, he has to fall to number 3.
That's the only reason I penalized him. I think everyone on my list has played like almost all the games. That's why
He was
That's
undoubtedly
the same
leading the MVP race before he got
Nah,
injured.
I don't know about that.
I agree.
No, I had
It
Jokic
was
so
before
winning.
also.
It was him and Jokic. They were neck and neck.
Jokic was shooting like 42% from 3 before.
But still,
Embiid
but
went out.
Embiid was dominating. Sixers were the one in the East. But then also, once he got hurt, it showed how good his supporting cast is. Because, like, they've won still so many games without him because of Simmons and because of Harris, and they just have like a very good defense and system.
I agree. I think they're a really deep team. That's why I have them getting out of the East, actually. But I think Embiid
I
will.
wouldn't go that far.
I have them getting out of the East. But I think come
I think
playoff
the
time,
Nets
especially.
the Nets are a lock.
I don't know about that with all their injuries. Anyway, but I think without Embiid, like in the playoffs, they would stand no chance. I know they've been winning regular season games, but come playoff time, if Embiid doesn't play like the MVP, they're losing.
I still think no Embiid first round series against the Wizards or like Celtics or Pacers. I think they'd still win. I think it'd be close, but I think the Sixers would still win without Embiid in a first round series. But after that, no.
Yeah, maybe. I think it would be close though.
Actually, I don't even know if it would be that close. I think it'd probably be like a 5-6, like a 6 game.
What?
Games. Yeah, they're still good.
I don't know about that.
Because when Embiid doesn't play, Simmons scores like 30 points.
That is
Like,
true.
and he starts to like actually go off. And yeah, I feel like Simmons, he's not really hindered by Embiid, but just like he falls into like a smaller role.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, obviously he gets more opportunities when Embiid's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then you had Jokic at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you not have him
1?
1? Because we had him 1.
We had him 1.
Because Curry's a beast. Curry's a beast. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's as good as Curry. I think he's contributing a lot, but I don't think he's contributed as much as Curry. Like, Curry is literally like a one-man band right now. He is popping off all by himself. And, like, I don't think he has, like, some help, but, like...
You could
I
argue
mean, Wiggins
Jokic
had 38 last night.
Yeah, but that was last night. Like,
And Jokic, you could definitely argue is the same.
like
Well,
they, like, what,
MPJ, but okay, he was horrible in the beginning of the season.
Now,
aside from the
Injured.
game last night, like, literally the Warriors only win when Curry puts up, like, 32 plus, right? That's the only time they win. They won't win.
I can't hate on Curry. He's my favorite player, so I can't really hate on him. But
Yeah.
He's
But-
casual.
no. He's. Honey, do you think this is Curry's best season yet?
I don't know. It's a
I
good question.
I think
I
it is
think it's- I think
because
it's
he's been double teamed so much this year, and he's
He has
still
been
putting up
double-teamed
like
a
sick
lot.
numbers. Like his MVP season, he didn't really face double teams. They still had to worry about Clay.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to
And Draymond
compare.
shot well.
I don't think
It's
it's fair to
easy.
compare this season that Curry's having to like his other seasons because obviously he had to share the ball with Clay most of the time, right? And like other superstars on that team. Right now he's the only person, so he's getting the most touches. Obviously.
Iguodala, stop it. Come on.
Livingston,
Iguodala.
bench.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't really think the seasons are comparable because even though it's like he's in a very similar role, I feel like even though he always had the green light, I feel like he can really just do whatever he wants now.
Yeah.
That's
Because it
true,
really
yeah.
just doesn't matter.
He does have like the greenest light, but I feel like
I feel like he's always had that, but even more so now, if that's possible. I don't know.
That's true.
And then at mine, I had Dame at 5. I know you guys didn't have Dame.
Yeah.
I had him higher earlier in the season. I had him like around 3 before before Embiid got injured. I had like
really
Jokic,
high.
Embiid, Dame, and that was because like he was carrying the Blazers before when their whole team was injured. Their whole team was out,
I agree.
and he was just completely carrying that team by himself.
Just when I watch Dame, like he's to me he's like a regular all-star level player until the fourth quarter when he becomes like a superstar. But like he's really
But that
not
also
that good all
wins
the time.
games.
Walmart Curry.
Yeah.
Walmart Curry.
Definitely Walmart Curry. Probably like
Okay, yeah, he's not
Probably
as good as
like- probably
Curry, but that's like arguably the
Walmart
greatest
Curry.
point guard of all time.
probably
so.
like thrift shop Curry.
Okay, stop it.
Yeah,
Come on, it's
thrift
so
shop.
disrespectful.
Dollar store Curry.
That's so disrespectful.
Dollar Tree Curry.
That's so disrespectful. Oh my god. Yeah, I know he dropped a little my rankings because since CJ's come back, they haven't done as well. Which is like they're the 5 seed now, which is fine, but it's not like great because they're like a few games behind the 4 seed.
Okay, and then also I feel like the like people say like Dame is clutch. I think that's kind of a little like overblown. Like yes, he's made a lot of like last second like shots and things like that, but he's also lost a bunch of like playoff series, which I feel like should have at least won or put up a fight. Like when he lost to Anthony Davis and the Pelicans, he was a 3 seed. Pelicans were a 6 seed and they got swept. That's pretty bad. And then also he lost to the Warriors when there was no Durant and they got swept again.
All right, while that's all true, the MVP is like very much just about this season.
Fair.
Like that's why Julius Randle's even in the conversation. He's not a top 5 player in the league.
Absolutely,
he just obviously isn't.
No, for sure. And same.
Like I don't have
same
him.
with Dame though.
I don't
He's
have
Zion.
Randle. He's close. He's top 10 though. Julius Randle's probably top 20.
He might be top 10.
What?
Top 15, probably 15.
But who?
He's had such a great
in the
season.
league.
We'll see. He's had such a great season. Oh shoot, because there are a lot of guys.
No, okay, you're just wrong. You're just obviously wrong.
No.
Who
He's
are we
maybe
talking about?
Julius Randle. Maybe top 20 in the league. Maybe.
No, he's for sure top 20. Probably top 15.
Top 15.
I would say top 15.
Top 15 is fair.
Definitely not.
Top 20?
Definitely not. Yeah. He's
Top
probably
20 is
he's
low,
top
bro.
25 for sure.
I mean, he's been
Maybe
better.
top 20. But anyway, the point is that it's a regular season award, so
No.
like I don't really care what Dame's done in the past, like in terms of just this season's MVP. Especially because he actually there is like a statistic that you can measure the most clutch players by the NBA's definition of it, and like fourth quarter performance, and Dame leads the league in that. He is like the most clutch player.
But that counts a lot of like regular seasons. Oh, I guess this is very. I mean,
I know, it was just for this season is what I'm talking about. It was just this season.
Fair, but like, what does Dame do?
Dame Nana.
Like, except for I guess you could say clutch. That's like better than Luka. Like Luka's whole game basically is just better than Dame's.
Yeah, the only reason I really have Dame, which is very similar to Luka actually, is just that he's been carrying his team.
He might also be more clutch, quote unquote. Dame might be more clutch, quote unquote, because they have a lot of closer games because the Trailblazers aren't like
that is true. I actually do hate the idea of clutch because if you're destroying a team, you don't need to be clutch.
need to be clutch at
Yeah,
all.
I do dislike that idea.
That is fair because like the Bucks blow out a lot of teams and they don't like.
There's
Yeah,
no
that's
need for
very
Kumpo to
a lot of like last
That's very
second
true.
shots.
And it was tough to leave Luka off this list because I'm not like a huge fan of Luka, but like he's obviously great. Like I acknowledge that.
I'm a big fan of Luka. Before the draft, I was like first pick. This dude's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
I know.
People can corroborate that.
But yeah, like it was hard to leave Luka off the list, and even like Julius Randle, like Julius Randle
I feel
less
like
so,
he's gotta
but
be
like
on the list. Like,
no,
I feel like
no,
another big part of the MVP is also like the storyline, like how you remember the season. And I feel like the top storylines of the season is like, okay, like one of them is Jokic like revolutionizing the game as a center, like how sick a center's doing. But also like a big story of the season is like how well the Knicks are doing.
That's true,
Yeah.
but they're still the 6th seed, and the Blazers are still the 5 seed.
They're like tied for 4. They'll probably end with 4. Like
Okay, but right now they're the 6th seed.
okay, their next 3 games are against the Hornets, the Spurs, the Hornets, and the Celtics.
Okay, well the Celtics is an automatic loss because Celtics are
Celtics
elite.
is a win because there's no
Celtics are
Jalen Brown,
elite.
and
They're
they're
so
elite.
inconsistent.
They're so
They're
bad.
so inconsistent.
They're
They'll
so
literally
bad.
lose to like the worst teams and then like beat the best teams.
But
That's true.
according to him, the
That's
Knicks
true.
are good, so
the Knicks are
Celtics
good.
will beat them.
No, they can't be.
Okay, well anyway, at 4 I have Embiid, because Embiid was my 2
Dude
for a
hasn't played.
long
He's played
time.
49 games.
Yeah, I know it's a lot less than like everyone else.
Everyone else is like 62 to like 60.
Yeah, everyone else is like at least 60 or at least 59. Giannis with 59 is like the fewest of everyone else. But I don't know. He was just so good when he played.
Yeah.
And I know he dropped in my rankings not only because of his play, because the Sixers have like they're still the 1 seed.
Yeah,
with
but,
him playing
but
49 games.
also I think
that's
that's
impressive.
since Embiid's been back though, he hasn't been putting up the same numbers as like when he was.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Before.
But his averages are still like he's still averaging 29 and 11 basically on like good efficiencies, 52,
Yeah,
38, 86. Like that's good, and they're the 1 seed. Like I don't really know what else to say.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, they are the one. The only reason I didn't have Giannis is just because like it's been can't give it to him for the third year.
Yeah,
he hasn't
can't
won
do
it all
that.
in the play. You just can't.
Yeah.
Can't
So
give it to
I
LeBron 3 times in a row. You can't give it to freaking.
Can't give it to Jordan. Same thing.
Yeah, can't do that.
Except for Larry Bird.
Guy's a bot.
I think that kind of
Larry Bird is a bot.
wraps it up.
Yeah. I'll just say quickly. Like I had Curry at 3. Just because like Obviously, we've gone over it. He's been insane this season.
31.8 points per game, baby. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Leading the league in scoring.
The only reason he's third for me is just because they're the 8th seed. I know his help isn't equal to some of the other guys, but just still the 8th seed, I can't have him higher. Especially when Giannis at 2 has been so insane again. And the only reason Giannis isn't in the real conversations, I wouldn't give it to Giannis. Let's say Jokic wasn't in the season for some reason, I would not give it to Giannis. But when we're talking about rankings, I feel like he deserves a second spot just because of how great he's been, and the Bucks still being the 3 seed and by 6
Fair.
games, they're the 3 seed by a lot.
I feel like
obviously Jokic at 1.
I mean, people penalize Curry for being the 8th seed, which I get, but Westbrook did get us a 6th seed. Maybe that should stay the exception, but because of his triple double. But I think Curry's having at least as good of a season as Westbrook had that year. He just had that stat, the triple double. But Curry's playing just as well. It's just that he broke some records, and then that's why they're gonna give it to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.